Hello, my name is Shade Millway, and this is my show, My Dad's Friends. Today, I have Jim Nicodemus with me. Hi,
Hi,
Jim.
Jim.
Hi,
Hi,
Shade.
Shade.
So, how did you meet my dad?
I
I
I was
I was
watching a
watching a
play at
play
the
at the
college,
college,
Clackamas
Clackamas
Community
Community
College,
College,
and
and
your
your
dad was
dad
in
was
the
in the
show.
show.
I
I
think he
think
had
he
a
had a
lead in
lead
the
in the
show.
show.
I was quite impressed with his acting abilities, and later on, I decided I was going to go back to college to Clackamas, and I had a chance to direct a play, and I cast your father in one of the parts. It was called Manny and Jake. It was an AIDS play, and that 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 that's how I started becoming friends with your father.
How long have you been doing theater?
I started in theater when I was a sophomore in high school. That's the first time I tried it, and I loved it, and it saved me from a life of isolation. I was pretty withdrawn and very shy when I was young, but theater got me out of my shell, and I've been doing theater off and on ever since, starting at Clackamas in 1979 and still doing theater as of about a year ago. And, and yeah, so it's a part of my life, and I love to perform. So uh, I'm happiest when I'm on stage.
I saw you in Comedy of Errors, funny stuff.
One of my favorite roles, I think, that I had in that show, and I loved that show. Very first time I've ever done Shakespeare. I was kind of afraid to do it. I don't know why, but once I got my feet on stage doing a little Shakespeare, it was it was a blast. I really did and enjoyed that immensely.
Do you have a favorite part you played?
Actually, it was in that show I played Luce the kitchen wench, and she was very well endowed. Um, I had a quick change where I had to put her things on, and there was one performance where I came out and she was upside down. So, but I went through it anyway, and then and it's yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've never well, I've dressed in drag once or twice, but this was a full blown big stage performance, and it was quite successful. I had a good time with her. She was a lot of fun. It let me express myself in ways I've never expressed myself before. But when you get yourself a pair of big things on you, then it changes you, which is for the good thing.
Got any new shows coming up?
I've been looking at one that I'm thinking about directing, maybe next year, hopefully, and it is a play about two young guys that accidentally get put on a boat in the tunnel of love, and they go in very straight and very uh, an athletic types, and when they come out of the ride, they're not quite as straight as they were as when they entered. And the tunnel of love, in that case, did kind of work in a miraculous way.
Yep. I remember seeing you doing stand-up comedy. Got any new jokes?
Um, well, sort of. I like to talk about my family from time to time because they're kind of a mixed up group, even though they don't think they are. Um, I'm a product of attempted to be raised as Catholic. I consider myself a recovering Catholic. My mother had 8 children, and unfortunately, 3 miscarriages. I think my brother was one of them, but he didn't do that right because he lived. So, but that's about it for now. I do come up with characters every once in a while when I'm home alone, and I have to remind myself that I'm not crazy. I'm just bored.
Got any funny stories about my dad?
Man. Gosh. Now you throw me for a loop because there's so many of them, but sometimes I've been in a position where my memory isn't quite as fluid as it used to be. I'll get back to you on that. I know there's a lot of funny ones out there, but I just gotta. Sometimes I'm in a position at the time where things you do, you kind of memory kind of a little hazy, and I think I've probably had some of the funniest times of that I just can't remember. So that's that's about it for now.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I love your fake laugh. That's awesome.
Thanks. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Um, no, except for I hope that everybody out there just finds something that they love to do and keep doing it because if you're finding something that you love to do, and hopefully you can make some money at it. If not, just do it for the love. And that's how I look at theater because I'm never going to make any money at that. But I do it because I love it, and I do it because it helps keep me somewhat sane in an insane world. So I'm never afraid to laugh. Never be afraid to laugh. Keep smiling, and just find the good in the world because sometimes it's not that easy. And but just I hope everybody can just stay positive and know that if you think that the world is a shambles right now, nothing lasts forever, and eventually it'll get better. We just need to be patient and keep trying to fight the good fight and do what needs to be done.
Anything you'd like to ask me?
Yeah. Do you remember when we first met?
Yes.
You do? Okay. All right. I think you're in diapers. And I think it was more than just last week. It was a long time ago.
Really long time ago.
I hope so.
Thank, Thanks to Jim Nicodemus for coming in.
So, can you edit that and make it worth watching?